Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see, I'm in a different location. I'm down at the beach with Miss Mary. And it couldn't have come at a more perfect time. I needed a vacation, didn't I? I watched the video from yesterday morning. Wow, what a roller coaster ride that was. And I was thinking about it. And the addiction really frustrated me, I think, because of what I've been through, and I'm having to learn how to let that go. And it's hard when you've watched somebody you love completely kill themselves. The name of the songs that came through, oh wow, the songs were very interesting this morning. We had Before I Forget by Slipknot, and then Got What I Got by Jason Aldean. I mean, you couldn't have any more opposite songs. So I'm thinking that whoever you are, you're dealing with an opposite of some sort. Woo. Yeah. So I guess I might try and address the addiction a little bit. If you have an addiction, or you're dealing with one. Oh, I think I might have hit the nail on the head just then. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. If you are dealing with an addiction, or you are dealing with a loved one who has an addiction is hard enough when you're single. But if you try and complicate it with a relationship, it's like throwing gasoline on fire. I mean, that could be the opposite right there. And it's not recommended that you even have a relationship the first year you're in recovery. Um, Sometimes if you're already in a relationship, there's nothing you can do about that. And that's kind of what happened with me and the husband. We got back together in rehab, but we both were in rehab for a long time. He was there for 4 years and worked for the place. But by the time I got there, he was working for them. And I was there for a year and a half before we came back home and tried to make a go of it. And we did real well for several years. And then he decided he might be able to drink again, just casual drinking. And it turned into him ending his life with it. Hard to deal with. So just be aware, if you're in early recovery, it's time to focus on yourself. And you need people around you who are going to be supportive. You have to work through the first 3 steps. And the first one is admitting that you have no control over it and that you have an addiction. And coming to believe in something bigger than yourself, and then turning your life over to that, surrendering to a power greater than yourself. But the first step talks about how we're insane, and that we can be restored to sanity, and we can. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing expecting a different result. And then you have to identify your triggers, what triggers you. Sometimes it can be money, sometimes it can be a relationship. It can be places, people. It can be objects. Like when I was in early recovery, I couldn't even go to certain places alone. I had to have somebody with me, kind of like to hold me accountable, and to even more than just hold you accountable, though, they're just there for support, because places can trigger you to think about drugs. And when you have the thought of the thing that you're addicted to, it's an obsession. You have an obsession. So anyway, maybe we need to address recovery more in this collective instead of talking about relationships. I do have a degree in that. However, I have one from the School of Hard Knocks as well. Speaking of knocking, let's see what Instant Magic Oracle says today, Sagittarius. Why did I say Sagittarius? Collective. Spirit, this is going to be a message for the collective for spiritual growth. Thank you for Sagittarius being here. I must have one watching. It opened to 2 different pages. Please know that there are no limits. To fully realize this, do the following. Sit in a quiet place and close your eyes. Take a big, deep breath. Exhale a big breath out. In your mind's eye, visualize a ceiling above your head. Imagine a sledgehammer in your hand. Look at the ceiling and know that it is representing the limitations you are putting on yourself. Take the sledgehammer and visualize yourself smashing the ceiling up. As you see yourself doing this, feel the limitations lifting. Feel the blocks being removed. And invite the imagination and courage in. The inspiration and courage in. See the sky through the broken ceiling. Know that the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit, collective. And then it says spread love. Spreading love and making people feel good creates magical energy that is filled with good vibes. When we share love and kindness, it creates a ripple effect that spreads good vibes around the world. Your challenge is to think of someone who you have gratitude for and write them a note telling them how grateful you are that they are in your life. You can choose to email, text, or even better, do it the old-fashioned way and post them a card or a letter. Spreading love and knowing that the sky is the limit. So if there's someone in your life that's done a lot for you, let them know it by putting a letter in the mail or texting them or calling them. Somehow let them know that you appreciate them being in your life. Show gratitude for that person. Because if you have somebody who supports you, that's major, major stuff. Especially if they stick it out with you through thick and thin. Alright, I'm here to use the Black Tarot. Well, how are you working in the collective for spiritual growth today, Spirit? May I see, please? May I see, please? The Magician came out in reverse. The Magician in reverse can be a charlatan. The High Priestess in reverse also. So there's a sense that we're not tapping into our spirituality and we're manipulating. But if I turn this around, because everything's in reverse, then we have somebody who's manifesting it because they can see things with precision. So I don't know if it's supposed to be in reverse or not, but it came out that way. We're talking about deception, manipulation, and not using your intuition. Let's find out what the Energy Oracle would say to us. Energy Oracle, may we see, please, what's going on today? Your throat chakra is here with a man holding your heart. You might be a man holding a heart. Kind of speak up about something. So you've got to get a strategy and talk about it. Talk about your strategy with somebody. Maybe you are in recovery and you need to talk to somebody about where you're at. Yin and yang And the fifth chakra, your throat chakra. You remember the songs that came through? Opposite, yin and yang. Okay. Show me how you're working in the collective spirit when it comes to this magician and the high priestess. Come on. Get strong answers on, please. It's about a man holding your heart and the sun, being happy, and having financial constraints. So let's see what Spirit is saying. This man holding the heart, we've read it already, but we're going to read it again. This is somebody, I think, who gets angry easily. A male dealing with family, love, or emotions. You might be a male that's dealing with family, love, or emotions. Or you might be somebody who's dealing with this man. And in the reversed position, when this card is reversed, it can indicate a disconnect or even total shutdown regarding your emotional life. It's time to open up and know that you can handle deep emotions and the energy they bring up, whether it's anger, grief, or utter bliss. You can be comfortable in their experience and in their expression. The man holding the heart reversed can indicate a difficult connection or even relationship with a man who may be easy to anger, deceitful, the magician in reverse, deceitful, or quick to criticize. His behavior could be attributed to fear and self-doubt, yet he would never admit it. You deserve honoring in any relationship, so set some boundaries and don't buy into this emotional chaos. Your soul longs for emotional peace. I am comfortable with all my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways, and I feel peace. And this is one lesson that I had to learn in my marriage when I was married and my husband was using so heavily in his alcoholism, is that his stuff did not have to be my stuff. If he was upset about something and showing his ass, it didn't have to be about me. I could let him have them little tantrums that he needed to have, and it was nothing to do with me. That was him and what he was dealing with. And if there was something that was to do with me, I would tell him, if you would like to communicate with me in a calm and collected way, come back and we'll talk about it when you are not so angry. Because there's no point in talking to him when he's angry. And if somebody is upset and throwing a tantrum, sometimes it can even be volatile. Like they might be throwing furniture. Seriously, it's not your fault. It's not your stuff. And you can separate your stuff from their stuff by setting some real good boundaries with them. Let them have their little temper tantrum and maintain your peace. And that's what I see here, the sun. You're maintaining your peace with somebody who's showing their ass, is what it looks like to me. But you don't have to take that on. If you take that on yourself, that's on you. But it does make the situation more volatile if you do take it on yourself. Alright, the meaning of the sun card is a new beginning and great creativity. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning, the onset of nurturing, new light in your life, the light of the divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart, mind, and like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create, and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. And then we have financial constraints on the bottom of the deck, is what you don't see coming. So it's like you're this man holding this heart, this man that's easily angered, this man that has a lot of self-doubt and a lot of pain, a lot of childhood wounding. Either you are this man or you're dealing with this man, and this person is going through early recovery is what it looks like to me. And there's trouble with money on top. Oh, that's such a hard, that's hard. That's hard. I've been there and done that. Been there, started over from nothing, lived in the upstairs of my sister-in-law's home, worked in fast food, and began going back to school while we were there in the couple of years that I think we lived there for a year before we moved into the place that he's leaving to me now. We literally had to eat ramen noodles, peanut butter sandwiches. We were living on love. You remember that song, Living on Love? We were living on love. This card shows an old-fashioned faith with a little bit of money, but lots of cobwebs and dust. Money may be tight at this time, so rein in your spending and be circumspect about the financial requirements in your life. This is not a time of indulgence, so be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. This card is telling you to take care of your needs and bide your time. Things will get better, but for now, be willing to live more conservatively and always value the money and the good things you already have. And that's what I'm going through right now myself. And it's like I'm doing it again. But this time, just with a little bit more wisdom and a little bit more, I don't know. I'm in a better place than I was the first time. I'm going through it with more grace than the first time. Maybe I learned the lessons that I needed to learn the first time. But I've really reined in my spending. I've been able to save a little bit of money. All the bills are paid at the house right now, and we're working out a plan for how to get everything paid every month so that I can still remain here with Miss Mary and not go back to work quite yet. We'll have to make some provisions for when I do leave Miss Mary, and God will do that. God will provide. The universe has our back. If you look back over your life, maybe you don't see that. Maybe you see a lot of pain and chaos and dysfunction because of an addiction. It doesn't even have to be an addiction. It could be mental illness. It could be anything negative. But right now, Spirit is indicating that maybe the lesson for you is to know that Spirit will have your back. This might be your first time ever trusting that. And it is very hard to trust, isn't it? Isn't it, Spirit? What would the universe say to the collective, Spirit, about this situation? I love when you fall asleep on the phone with me. Aww. And I'm in a relationship, but I'm feeling you. So this would indicate to me that you might fall asleep when you're praying at night, and Spirit's saying, I love when you do that. I love when you pray at night and you fall asleep talking to me. And I also like the fact that you're in a relationship, but you're still feeling me. Or I'm in a relationship, but I'm still feeling you. We're in a relationship, and I'm feeling you. Alright, let's see what's going on here. What kind of healing does the collective need, Spirit? Spirit says, I just need for you to realize where you're at in this cycle that you're in. You need to realize where you're at in the cycle and unleash your creativity. And I'm going to tell you, this card, the cycle card, either you're at the beginning, the middle, or the end of a cycle. Are you in the beginning of it? Are you between the beginning and halfway to where you would like to be? Or are you between halfway and the end? Where are you at in the cycle? Because that's important. If you realize that you're at the beginning, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, right, than if you're at the end. So figure out, where am I in this cycle that I'm going through, this tough time that I've been going through. Am I at the beginning of that, the middle, or the end? And if you're at the beginning, make some goals for what the end's going to look like, so you can start working towards those goals. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to do here? We'll pull some tarot on it, but I think this message is going to be mostly about what we've already discussed. All right, Spirit, talk to me, darling. Talk to me, darling. What else would you like to say to this person? There's the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and an Eight of Swords. So this could be a feminine who feels like they are stuck. Uh-oh. These three cards fell out. The Page of Fire, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Air. Gemini is here. It could be a Gemini. Could be any air sign, though. And Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And it looks like you're excited about the beginning of a relationship. We'll put those back and we're going to shuffle. Alright, Spirit, talk to me about this person. Oh, Page of Cups and Page of Fire. You're at the beginning. I can tell you where you're at in this cycle. You're at the beginning. Alright, why is the Magician in reverse for this person or these people? That Page of Cups tried to come out. Why is the Magician in reverse? Because of the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, a Seven of Wands, and a Two of Cups. Because you have recently either moved or something into a new house, or you've started a new job, or you've started something new, and you're hoping that this will go the distance. You're hoping that you can overcome this and go the distance in this relationship that you're in. But this is the manipulation. Why is this the manipulation? Oh, I had the cards upside down. There she is again with that. Yeah. There she is again. But this time there's two of you. It's manipulation because there's two of you. One of you is the Ice Queen, and you're a more mature person. And one of you is the Fire person. I mean, this one is air and fire, but it's younger. This could be a woman and a younger male or female, reverse any roles you need to, that are friends. The reason why this is manipulation is because you're telling yourself that you're just friends. Somehow, your friendship with this person or relationship, there's a relationship that's over on the bottom of the deck. Alright, why is the Page of Fire here? Because of the Ace of Fire. An argument. It looks like you may have had an argument. It's like you may have spouted off to this person. What was the argument about? Why was the Ace? This could also be sexual energy. What's the Ace of Wands? Let's see. Talk to me, Spirit. Oh, wow. This is somebody you're very passionate about. King of Wands is here. This could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but we have Sagittarius here. You're definitely dealing with a Sagittarius, and you might be dealing with two of them. But this person right here, the manipulation is about the two of you and the passion of this man. So it's like there's an older feminine, a younger person, and an older fire sign. This could be a Leo. This could be a Leo, a Gemini, and a Sagittarius. I'm just saying. Why is the Ace of Wands here for the King of Wands and the Queen of Air? Because of that deception. Remember the deception? These are the two. The deception is between the two of these. And it's about not taking love. So they're deceiving somebody about not taking love from one another. Are they taking love from one another? What's the truth? What's going on between these two? What's the truth about these two? Whoa. Whoa. The truth is that this relationship brings a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and somebody here feels like they're hopeless and helpless and trapped. Somebody feels trapped. Why do they feel trapped, Spirit? Because of a call. Because of a call. This could be a calling on somebody's life. Clarify the call. The Star Aquarius is here. The call is about balancing your money, reevaluating, having choices, and a will with a Six of Pentacles. It's about money. The call is about money, it looks like. And looking back over, you know, who's given what here? Like, I give, you give, I give, you give. And having a choice when it comes to this wheel, having a decision to make, having a lot of different decisions to make, and a wheel that's leading to equality. There's hope for this. Why is the Fortune here, Wheel? Because of the Messenger of Cups. The hope is that somebody will show love. Alright, let's put the fire sign back. Where she go? I'm going to put her back and him back. We have the King and Queen of Fire. Actually, no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to put the Queen of Air back. The fire sign was the Sagittarius. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, let's just see what comes out. Because this is about somebody showing love. The wheel is about somebody showing love. The options they have might be options in a job, or it could be options to show love. Why is the wheel here? Who's showing this love? Why is the wheel here? There's the King of Swords. In the world, this is what's over. Oh my God. Look, y'all. An Emperor. So what I see here is this is your identical match. This is a soulmate who is also a twin flame, or there is also a twin flame. It's like, this is your soulmate, they are your identical match, but there's also a divine masculine or an older man involved in this. That's the wheel. I think the wheel is that this person will step into their power and end this vicious cycle. Why is the High Priestess here? Yeah, it's about a higher level commitment and a secretive energy. Somebody's hiding this commitment. Why are they hiding this? That's the deception. There. Oh my God, y'all. I cannot make this shit up. Because of a divine feminine that they're trying to maybe have a child with. They could have a child with this divine feminine. Or they could just be thinking of this person and moving towards them. Because as we see on the bottom of the deck, this person, whoever you are, is thinking about walking away and never looking back. And you have your treasure. You have your treasure. You're waiting for that ship to come and pick you up and take you away. You're waiting for your ships to come in. Or you might just be waiting for your money to come in. Clarify waiting for your ships to come in. The Eight of Cups in reverse, or the Eight of Cups rather. This is about having hope. Oh wow, there's Sagittarius again. It's about having hope. Oh, wow. It's about some regrets, some healing, sadness, Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a person who's been deeply wounded and they're trying to heal or need to heal. Then we have the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment to the max. I mean, it is the ultimate wish fulfillment of the Tarot. The Nine of Cups leads to the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. But once you've got that dream come true, you can make it to 10. And then we have somebody who's trying to keep hope in a desperate situation. If you feel desperate for change, for transformation, Scorpio's here with death. And they are going to go after it with all their might because that's what they want to happen. And that's what's going to happen if they will not give up. Clarify the transformation. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. The transformation is the full justice and a tower. So this is you taking a risk, things being made right, and then a tower. Clarify the tower. The tower is about healing and recovery. Realizing that you need time to heal and recover from something. Why is the Fool here? Because somebody hurt you. There's somebody that hurt you in your community. Why is Justice here? Because of strength. Leo's here. Somebody hurt you because they had 3 people. They were juggling you with somebody else, or you all were friends or something. Justice is that you're going to have the strength to get through this. What might be the outcome? There's my King of Fire. There's the World again. Do y'all see how amazing Spirit is? Okay, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the King of Wands. It's about wish fulfillment and something that ended. Maybe a legal ending. It could have been a divorce or anything heavy. That it could have just been you working too much and feeling like you were overburdened in this relationship. But it's like my dreams coming true would be ending this burdensome shit that I've been going through. Living in my truth. Living and speaking my truth. You're hiding things. And having a decision. Making a decision. Somebody making a decision. And being very, very passionate in this. Whatever this King of Fire is going to represent. It could be you and unleashing your creativity. That's going to unleash your creativity and it's going to bring your abundance. That could be what's happening here. Alright, let's look at Sacred Destiny and see what Spirit has to say. I think we've gotten far enough here with this message. Alright, message for whoever this is, Spirit. It looks like you're trying to end a marriage because of something. There's going to be some healing chaos that's going to bring inner peace and simplicity. So there's about to be some healing chaos, collective. Just know that. And it's also going to bring forgiveness. I don't know about you, but this sounds good to me. Alright, healing chaos. Healing chaos says this. Energy in our universe spirals, water spirals in the wake of the fish that swim through the stream. Air spirals in the wake of a bird in flight. The moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is a spiral. It is the healing principle of life. It's not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the Caduceus, 2 spiraling serpents. It is sacred spiral. Most people assume that there is nothing good that comes from tornadoes, but every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat from a tornado, birds such as the prairie warbler and whippoorwill or woodpecker, grouse, and woodcock as well as the forest salamanders, all benefit from new landscapes created by tornadoes. Downed trees provide habitat for black bears and white-tailed deer and create dens for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes churn up the soil in ways that rejuvenate the earth. The sacred landscape wants you to know. When you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed at all levels. You are a healer. Alternately, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing. Do the unexpected. Mix life up a bit. So for me, it had been stagnant, and so I have mixed it up a little bit by coming to the beach. It doesn't have to be a very big change to help mix things up. But for most of us, it's been some kind of storm. Remember, we had the storm warning. Well, we've been through the storm now. And this storm is bringing us inner peace and simplicity. It's going to make things a lot more simple and bring us peace and forgiveness. And then I'm going to read to you what forgiveness says. Forgiveness, we've been having this a lot in this collective. Sunset glow. As the sun sinks behind the horizon, the reds and oranges turn into lavenders and deep purple of the ensuing night. The day is complete. Sunset signifies that a new cycle has begun. Remember cycle? Cycle? And then you have public recognition and an Ace of Cups with Sagittarius patience under that. Oh, that a new cycle has begun. As each star emerges into the velvet sky, we enter a realm of the dark unknown, where magic and even the mastery of life itself seems to shimmer above us. To be regretting that the day is done is to miss the glory of the starry heavens above. The sacred landscape wants you to know it is human to want to hold on to the past, our memories, experiences, and relationships. However, there can be times when we are carrying so much of the past that we can't fully see the present. The past doesn't need to equal the future. Just because you had a pattern or a reoccurring challenge in the past doesn't mean that it needs to reoccur in the future. The key is to be willing and ready to simply and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has on you. The past is gone, and it's okay to let it go. The way you do this is to fully immerse yourself in the here and now. Be super aware of the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and energy of your present. When you do this, the past simply vanishes and the glory of the present emerges. So it's even more than just forgiveness. You know what forgiveness is. It's about not holding on to the past. And we have to let the past go. And because I think we weren't able to do that, the universe stepped in and brought this healing chaos to our door. For some of us. I know for me that's what happened. It was totally out of my control to do anything about anything. And I am in the same place as whoever this is of letting that go. And it's super hard. I still struggle with guilt and feeling like if I had have stayed that things would be different. It's so hard. It's so hard to let go of the past. But Spirit is indicating that being in the present moment will help us to do that. Can you give us any guidance about that? Any guidance you can give us? We have euphoria, chasing thrills, joy, and laughter. And it came out in reverse. Why is that here? Because of somebody that's been roaming wild, taking risks, and tension, turbulence, arguments, and stress. So this addiction and taking risks or having possibilities is causing turbulence, arguments, and stress. What should we do, Spirit, instead of allow this tension? We need to stop having these resentments and forgive. There's resentments. Something that happened in the past has pissed you off to the point where you can't let it go. You keep it in your mind and you chew on it constantly. And then when you react to something instead of respond because you're already thinking about these resentments, it creates a whole nother cycle of resentment, because then you're arguing and you have to forgive for that. You still haven't forgiven for the things that happened 10 years ago. And you're robbing yourself of the beauty that life can have today. How can we let go of the resentments? We need to deal with our pride and ego. We need to look in the mirror at ourselves and realize that we have too much pride, arrogance, and ego. And this is what's causing us to be hurt. And it's a past love. I think you're longing for this to change, but you just didn't know how to change it, possibly. You gotta let go of it. You just gotta let go of it. Alright, angels, how are you helping us to let go of it? May I see, please? You're bringing hope, administration, putting people, places, and things exactly where they need to be for your highest and greatest good. And you're resurrecting something, and you have love showing up. Anything else from the angels? Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I think most of you that watch these videos have been around a while. Grace and purity are here with the truth and miracles. With gratitude, remember telling somebody how grateful you are that they're in your life. Don't forget to do that. Alright, Spirit, I think we're going to end there. I think we have made good progress today. Let's get one of these. And I'm going to do this differently, I think. I'm going to try to shuffle them and see if one comes out, but if not, I'm just going to select one from the middle of the deck. Can I have one? Spirit gave me two, but I guess three. But I guess we'll take them. Okay, we have Shaman of Skulls, You Are the Light, Rock Star, and Queen of Hearts. Let's see what Spirit's saying. Collective. Shaman of Skulls, number 34. Shaman of Skulls. In your heart, you've been asking for something different, something more, and the universe is answering your prayers. You do not need to be afraid of the changes happening or that are going to happen for you. They are part of your answer from the universe. You might feel uncertain because you cannot see how it is going to all work out, but know that the universe is caring for you and will provide a way to move through the transition with grace. You are not crazy to willingly enter this experience. There's nothing that you need to avoid and so much that you will gain. And then number 17, You Are the Light. Collective, you are the light. You are going through spiritual initiation. This is happening because you are ready for it, even if it doesn't always feel that way. The way to pass this test is to rely on the light within you. Don't let fear or doubt make you distrust the path ahead. Don't give in to despair or believe that things are not working out. You are learning to trust the universe. That the universe knows what it is doing. There are great and beautiful things meant for you, and no matter what appears to be right now, they will come to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Keep your faith in the light. All will be well. I think this is teaching you to trust Spirit. And you, in the past, maybe trusted Spirit. This is the feel I get. That you've tried to trust Spirit before. You've tried to give Spirit a chance, and you felt like Spirit failed you. Spirit wasn't failing you. Spirit was putting you through healing chaos, it looks like, and it may have been consequences for your actions in the past. You may have a subconscious fear of being judged or becoming the target of jealousy that causes you to shy away from the limelight. You may mistakenly believe that being in the spotlight means you are supposed to be perfect or better than everyone else. There is a higher purpose in standing apart from the crowd and being seen. Choose to accept the opportunities that make you more visible to others, trusting that you will shine your truth and integrity to make a positive and healing experience for yourself and for others too. And you know what? You could be someone who has a very important mission in this lifetime. And negativity, the consciousness of negative, the darkness of the world, will do everything in its power to stop that from happening. And I know you've seen that when you watch these videos and all the distractions that come in. It is unreal how many distractions we get. And maybe in the past, when you were trusting that Spirit was going to do something for you and it didn't happen, it could have been because negativity was coming against that and you just didn't hold on quite long enough to see the result. I don't know. I know in my own life it's felt like Spirit has let me down a few times. But that is really when your faith is not faith until it's tested. I mean, we don't even know that we have faith. If you can keep faith, see, here comes the distractions. Anybody can be faithful and have faith when shit's going good. But if you can remain faithful and continue to have faith when things are not going good, that is faith. Because a ship has to be tested before it knows if it'll sink. Alright, enough of that. Queen of Hearts, number 32. Don't be afraid to stand out, because you were meant to stand out, collective. Your heart has been chosen by the divine to be a temple of spiritual light, an inner place where grace and healing can dwell. This is very special. A temple is kept clean and pure, scented with sacred perfumes of incense, made beautiful with our feelings of reverence and love for Spirit. Keep uncluttered and spacious so that as much spiritual presence as possible can enter. When Spirit enters and fills the temple of the heart, things of extraordinary beauty take place. Even the apparently impossible becomes possible. Clear your heart temple with forgiveness, gratitude, and love for the Spirit so it can fulfill its divine destiny of being a sacred channel for beautiful divine grace. And this is the thing. This is why you've been through so much. It's to try and keep your heart cluttered. But the things that you've learned are going to be vital to your calling. Because Spirit doesn't waste anything. And everything that you've been through is going to make you very, very effective at whatever you decide to do for your calling. Alright, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. I appreciate those who are faithful to watch this channel. Otto, do you love them too? Otto loves you too. You don't get to see him very often, but I see he's been laying there the whole time. Alright, I'm going to get going. I got things I got to do, but I will try and do another reading. It may be tomorrow though, because I just feel the need for myself to just be. Alright, have a wonderful day. Bye.